Okay guys, welcome to the back of the van. Let me run you through some of the features that we have with the Vision rear as well. Okay, one of the huge things is this vehicle tracks the same as the width of your vehicle. So from a true off-road perspective, this is an awesome bit of gear to be able to snake through those tracks and get amongst the trees, get around those tighter corners, etc. As you can see, 2 meters wide, a little bit bigger than me. Very, very practical in that sense. Starting from the top also and working our way down, I talked about our rams on the inside. Well, we've got these two on the rear. They're triple sealed with the boot and internal seals, and also drained should there ever be any dramas. Okay, they're easily removable. So people go, oh, what's the contingency if we have a drama? Well, the alternative is you're going to have to lift the roof all the time. So if you want some mechanism to open it, okay, then this is the best solution for that. Okay, as you can see, we've got some handy little eyelets up there. People go, what are they for? Well, that's so you can hoist your spare wheels on and off on the back as well. So instead of having to try and lift 45 kilos up, just put a little block of tackle up there, a little rope pulley, up with your spare, down it comes, put it on the van, pull your other one up, put it on, no dramas, very convenient. Nice high mounted camera there so you can keep an eye out on the back while you're driving, and also for when you're maneuvering, etc. Rear light, again, amber and white. And moving down from there, we've got your Raptor on this one here. So these guys have opted for a full Raptor rear, which looks incredible. Okay, and also then we've got the modular rear bar. And again, these guys have opted for a second spare. These guys are pretty wild in the places that they go. So they have taken that precaution in getting a second spare. But as you can see, it also tapers down to giving you an incredible departure angle and an incredibly sturdy departure angle as well. Okay, so it's not uncommon though with the length of both the vehicle and the caravan that you will get some pitching as you're going in and out of washouts or over rocky parts, right? What we planned for this was to make sure that it's all steel that is touching, or if you ever are to bump the ground, it's actually the strong structural part of the van. So we've got our chassis down here, and it's actually a chassis extension that comes up, and it's all gusseted. It's incredibly strong. I mean, I know when I did the Telegraph track with one, it was really important that we had this really strong rear end on it. Your legs are up out of the way, so they're not going to get damaged. And also you've got your handy recovery points here that you can put a couple of soft shackles through and a bridle on there. That's to pull the patrol owners through. Sorry, I'm a Land Cruiser guy, but no, very, very practical. So look, as I travel down the offside of the van as well, it's really important to note that the extensive use of stainless steel throughout the van as well to really allow this to be an all-environment van as well. I'm a massive beach camper. We're always going to Straddie, Moreton, Fraser Island, Noosa North Shore, etc. So the use of stainless steel was a must for me, and also obviously a hot dip galvanised chassis is standard. With that use of stainless steel, it's really easy to maintain the van. Moving along the side of the van, again, it's really, really strong, as you can see, especially with that Raptor finish. The Raptor's done over all of your heavy duty extrusion. Make sure you pay attention and look up the video where I talk about how our wall structure is and how incredibly strong it is and how superior it is, especially for these vulnerable corners where you might touch that against an embankment or the ground or something like that. There's nothing on the market that even comes close to that strength. Super strong panel into a really good heavy duty extrusion, then wrapped it over the top of, okay. Nice heavy duty wheel arch flare as well. Beautiful 3M decals featuring the holographic back print, then all printed over with a UV glaze. The pearlescent wrap here as well. The decals in the sun are absolutely incredible. I do believe in fashion and function. And again, the repairability of fiberglass when it comes to the damage where you're going to get, you know, call it a bush pinstripe down the side of the van. All the composites that are used out there in the marketplace at the moment, they're all a satin or a matte, but they're not gloss. So you get a pinstripe, you're going to have that pinstripe forever. Fiberglass, incredibly easy to repair, and you're not trapped by having to go to a caravan repairer. You can go to an automotive repairer. Look, you can go to a surf shop, you can go to a boatyard. Fiberglass is absolutely brilliant in regards to durability, serviceability, strength and repairability. Even if you had the most worst adventure where you punctured the side of this van, in a traditional van you're going to have to replace virtually the whole side, because even if it was one aluminium panel, it's going to be a completely different color to the next one. Okay, so by default they have to rip out everything on the side of that van and replace the entire van, and you won't get any change out of probably $25,000 on a traditional van for a hole that might have been accidentally punctured in the side of your van. With us, the worst case scenario is we can cut a section out and graft it in, blend it in, and you would never even know. It's a super easy fix. Should that happen to you? Here we've got your instant hot water service as well. Gas heater. These guys have opted for the Starlink point. You've got your 240 in. Then up here, got your little engine room. Okay, got your batteries, all that kind of jazz inside here. And a nice big storage boot up the front here to keep all your other bits and bobs in. Last but not least, we make our way to the front of the toolbox on the offside. Lovely big slide, okay, for your generator, etc. that can go in there. A little bit of an engine room, so it's nice and accessible for your brake pump, for your hydraulic brake pump, for your disc brakes. And you've got a air outlet valve, so you can use the van. You've got a stainless steel tank up underneath, so you can actually use the van to inflate your tyres after you're coming off the tracks or off the beach. And then over here as well is a nice handy, again, external shower. So the reason we put one on both sides, people go, well, why would you put one on both sides? Well, it's nice to be able to use this as a shower. When you're out and you come back up from the beach and you want to have a shower, right, all the family can go use this one over here. All the water gets done over here. But the one on the other side, it's handy for when you come back up from the beach and you just want to rinse your feet before you walk all the sand and all the muck onto your mat. So it's really handy. Rinsing things down over on that side as well can be handy. And then also for your tank, so in through your water tank filler is in here with your breather in here, so that's all sealed from the elements as well, so you're not going to have to remember to put some plug on it or anything, or let any bugs or contaminants get into your tank, because it's all nice and sealed up in here as well. Again, that goes through to your water diaphragm, which you can, a water manifold where you can fill and drain all your tanks independently. We still have gas on the van, guys. I still love to use gas for a barbecue. I'm not a taker on all of this must be diesel and gas free and all that kind of stuff. I still enjoy using gas for cooking, and it's also good for the instant hot water service. Where gas, it's a nice, clean, easy to use fuel. And look, with the Gusto dust reduction system, this obsession with completely sealed up cabin is not required. I actually do like our cabins being ventilated, because it allows them to breathe moisture and condensation or whatnot that might happen if you leave it locked up for periods of time after using it and having showers and doing all of that kind of stuff. The van can breathe. It's certainly the best way to go. That's it for this van, guys, but please make sure you take a look at all the rest of the videos that I'm going to be putting up, talking about our suspension systems, a whole bunch of construction points of difference that we do with Vision and why we do it, the logic and the motivation behind the design. But yeah, look, guys, put any questions in the comments, guys, and we'll do our best to get back to you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.